This is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and I had quite a few that wanted me to go back over the little pocket journaling things that I made yesterday. It's two pockets, and then this is a flip out journaling little spot there, and you can put it in your journal. You can either glue it down, or like with this bigger one, you could put a piece of lace here or washi tape, and then have it a tip in so you can see both sides of it. And you could actually put two tags in here so that you could have a tag on this side and a tag on that side. And so you got a flip there that where you can do some journaling, and then you have two tags, one in this pocket and then one down here. And this is one of the tags that I cut out of our book here, our collage book that we have been using our scraps on and just covering pages. So I just took one of those sheets out and cut that up and made some tags with it. And I'll be doing a lot more of that lately because I have scraps. I have more scraps. You know, when you try to use up scraps, you make more scraps. And then this one I made, and it's a little side tuck pocket. There's a little tag in there, and then this flips down. So then you can close it up like this, and I don't have this one decorated. You can decorate the front. This can be glued down in your journal, and then it would just flip open, flip down, and then decorate that, and then you've got a pocket right here. So we're going to do these pockets. I thought they were cute and easy. I enjoyed making them for my January journal, and then I had quite a few people that said, I need you to go over that pocket again for me because I didn't see exactly how it was made. So we're going to do that. Let me grab, first off, I'm just going to make one with a book page. And you can make these any size that you want. They don't have to be a particular size. So let's start off with this one. This is the one like I made to go in our journal yesterday. Let me grab it here. Let's see. Yeah, right here. See, I glued that down just up here and at the bottom, so I've got another large pocket here, and then I have a pocket here, and then this flips out to do journaling in. So you've got three big pockets and then your journaling spot. So that's what I did yesterday, and then I had a few that wanted to see how it was done again. So we're just going to do this out of book page, and then we'll probably do the next one out of some paper. So I'm going to fold it over, and I'm going to trim that little edge off that's kind of rough there, because you want a good sharp edge on this side, because that's going to be your tuck side. So let me grab my little trimmer. Well, I think I'll have to have my larger trimmer. I'm going to trim a little bit of that white off at the top, and I'll save that to use. And a little of that white off at the bottom. And then, yeah, let me get my larger trimmer. That little one only goes 6 inches, so. Alright, I'm just going to trim just a tiny, tiny bit off of the edge so that I get that, hopefully get that raw edge cut there where I tore it out of the book. There we go. Get that nice and smooth there. And this is just a Tim Holtz tonic trimmer. I just got it. I needed one a little bit larger than my 6 inch. It's okay, but I wouldn't buy it again. The reason being is, and I may have already told you guys this, I'm not sure, where this little guide is and where you cut is about 1/4 of an inch difference. So you have to, instead of putting your paper right up to that guide and cutting like you do on these, you have to kind of run that paper on out just a little bit more and look at the end of this little cutting guide out here. So it's a little bit difficult to get used to. I mean, I've almost got used to it now, but I still would want one that was more like this. So where the end of that guide is where it actually cuts. So all you have to do is put your paper up to the end of that guide, and you're right there. You're cutting. So just a FYI on that. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure and see how tall this is. So I have cut it down and it looks like it is 7 3/8, somewhere thereabouts. Did I get that bottom straight? Yeah, okay. So it's about 7 3/8. So I think we will split it up in like 2.5 and 5. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just mark it 2.5 over here at the edge. And then I'll mark it 5, and then that'll give us 1, 2, and almost a half at the top. So we've almost got it split correct. And you don't have to do that. You can split it anywhere you want to. You can have a little pocket, a big pocket, a little one, and a big one. Doesn't matter. That's strictly up to you. Now all I'm going to do is take my ruler, and I'm going to put it right at the end of this, so I'll know that it's straight, hopefully straight. There we go. And draw a little tiny light line, very pale, so I can erase it when I finish. And sorry if I sound a little bit stuffy this morning. I am a little stuffy. There we go. All right, so we've got our little lines right there. And now what we're going to do is take our scissors. I'm just going to take my small trimmers, and I'm going to cut right down that line. You can use your paper trimmer for this if you want to. And I'm going to stop right at that score line that goes that way. Okay? So let me show you that again. Just cutting right down that line. And I'm stopping right at that score line that goes that way. Okay. Then I'm just going to reinforce all of these. Now, let me tell you this. You did not have to cut these two in half if you didn't want to. I do it because it's easier to glue, but you don't have to do that. You can leave these two parts. If this is the ones that you're going to make pockets, you can just leave that together and just run a bead of glue down through there. But I go ahead and cut them because it's a little bit easier to put my glue on like this and then put it down than it is to try to hold it up and put the glue under there. So that's just up to you. You can do it either way. Now, I stitched around this one. I just stitched my pockets together. You don't have to do that either. You can do all glue, and that's probably what we'll do on this one. Now, I am going to cut my little pulls all the way through both thicknesses, like that. You can cut it through just the front one if you want, or you can go through both. It doesn't matter. I like it through both of them because if I have a short tag, I can pull it and not hang up on that back part, if that makes any sense. And then up here, I'm going to round the corners, and I'm not going to put a tab up here, probably on this one. On the cardstock I did, but on the book page I think it would be a little bit too flimsy to put a tab up here. We'll see. So see, I've rounded the corners here, and then I rounded that corner. So that's going to be our flip out for our journaling. Okay. Now, this is where I go ahead and ink, but you don't have to do that. You can just put it down just exactly like it is. But I like my inking, so I'm going to go ahead and ink real quick, and then we'll come back and glue this together. That's how quick and easy they are, but they're very, very useful. I love different little tags and pockets and things in my journals. All right, there we go. We've got our inking done, and now I'm just going to put some glue on these. Now, I am trying the brand new glue that we just got in. It's called Barely Art. This glue is supposed to be comparable to the Art Glitter glue, but the difference is it ships year-round. You don't have to wait until the weather is, you know, mild, not freezing, before we can ship it. So I've got a write-up on it on the page. We've got some of this in. A lot of it has already sold. But let's see. One of the main things. First off, this is made in the USA. It comes out of Texas. It comes. This is the mini, called the mini, and it comes with two different caps. Let me take this off. Here's the other tip, or two different tips, I should say. There's the other tip. It's a little bit bigger than this one. This is a very, very fine tip. And then it comes with this. I guess it's 3 different tips. So they come in this little bottle here. And all you have to do is just twist it on and twist it off. It comes off just like that. You don't have to open this up or anything. So you just put that down on there and give it a little twist, and you can feel it tighten, and that's done. Then it comes with also a cap where you can cap it off if you want to. If you're going to go a long period of time without using it, I would put the main cap on there and then take this pin out and wash it really good in this little piece. Now, it does have an extra long pin. Let's see if you can see that. There you go. The art glitter glue pins are not quite this long. They're short, as you can see the difference. So I like that part, the longer pin. Now, I have been using it. I have been using it all morning, and so far I like it. I've not had a problem with it yet. So I have put it on regular book page. I have used it on cardstock. I've used it on the back of organza, just lots of different things, and I've not had any issue at all. Now, I did go ahead and put one of our basic gray magnets on the side to hold my pen. I always do that when I have a new bottle of glue. So this one does put out just a little bit finer bead of glue. I like that. So, and I know you can't see those going down through there because of this paper, but I'll show you in just a moment on another piece of paper. But right now I'm mainly testing it on all different kinds of surfaces and making sure that, you know, everything holds well. Their disclaimer is that it is comparable to art glitter glue and that it doesn't warp your paper. So far, I've not seen it warp in my paper. I've even used it on vellum. I used it on some vellum this morning behind it, and it didn't show through. It didn't have little lumps behind it, so that's a good thing. It glues your, this is, what is this? This is seam binding. It glued that down really quick. It did leave a little bit of a glue discoloration there. I'm waiting for it to dry and see if that goes away, but other than that, I've not really seen any issues with it at all. So far, so good. And I know some of you may have already tried this because I know some other companies have had it in for a while. I've just got all of my paperwork for the company done and got my first order this week. So a lot of you may have already tried it. I know the people that have tried it that posted on the group said they love it. And so far, I'm liking it. But we got a small order this time, so if you want some, you better run and grab it. But, if it goes over well, then we'll get more. Okay, I'm going to tear this off, and I'm just using my little metal ruler because I want it to be kind of straight. This is just a tea-dyed piece, or I think this is actually dyed with some watercolor, metallic watercolor. Okay, so I'm going to put that down like that. And that's going to be my little journaling spot there. But I'm going to do a little bit of inking on the inside of this because I didn't make this as big as this is. I didn't want it that big. And you could tear it and put it down, and that would be really pretty too. Tear it and then ink around it. Alright, we're going to use some of this to put this down with. Now this is just copy paper. So it shouldn't show through, and I don't think it will, but we're going to test it and see. Okay, I'm going to use my little card to swish that out. There we go. I don't see any lines or anything through there, do you? Pretty good. Okay. Gonna fold that back over, even with the edge, and then reinforce my little score line there again. Now we're just ready to make the tags to go in these two. Now let's see what we want to make those tags out of. I've got a piece of this that would probably be a cute little tag, maybe even two of them. And this was just part of that Nature's Remedy paper collection that I used last week. See if it'll go in there. Now, if you're going to glue this straight down to your page, you don't have to worry about putting anything on the back of it to make it a little bit more sturdy. But if you're not going to glue this straight down to your page, then I would put a piece of cardstock or something on the back. If you're going to make it a flip or something. I plan on gluing it straight down, so I'm not going to worry about that. But just to let you know that book page is not very strong. So I'm just going to cut a little bit off the edge. And I probably could have even rounded these corners because this is not a thick tag. Okay. And I cut that crooked as a dog's hind leg. There we go. Alright, so that one will go in there. And I'll back it with something to make it a little bit stronger. Like my tag's a little bit stronger than that. And it sticks out just a tiny bit, and that's what we want. So let's go ahead and just cut this other piece. And we'll use it too. Just using up little scraps here on our disc. Okay. Make sure that it fits. Okay, looks like it does. Let's see. Yep, it fits. Okay, we'll go ahead and trim the edges of this off. And yeah, I have one of those little templates for this corner cutting. But for some reason, sometimes I don't like to use it. For these little bitty tags, I don't, because I feel like it cuts them a little bit too deep. So I need to make another template. But I think it would cut it a whole lot more even than what I just cut it. I started to say evener. I don't think that's a word. Okay, so let's go ahead and back both of these with something, just because this is not exactly copy paper, but it's not real thick. So we're just going to put them on here. Now we have the original size of that glue too. I haven't even opened one of those to see how big it is. This is the mini. And they all come with the different tips. You don't have to buy the tips separately. Okay. So our little heat wave that we had yesterday turned into a really cloudy, dreary looking day today. It's not raining yet. It's supposed to rain. But it's really cloudy and dreary looking out there. It's not hot though. I mean, it's not cold or hot. It's just about right, truthfully. It was cool in here, so I put my little rough looking jacket on. I keep this out here in the shop because if I get ink and glue and everything all over it, it really doesn't matter because it's an old jacket. I just don't wear it anywhere else. I just wear it out here. But it's so comfortable. I don't want to get rid of it because it's so comfortable. I know everybody's got something like that, right? Some piece of clothing that is worn completely out, but you don't want to get rid of it because it's so comfortable. This is the jacket that my husband calls inside out jacket because of the way it was stitched. You know, it's stitched like this with the stitching on the outside. So he calls it the inside out jacket. Alright, so there are 2 tags. And I think I'm just going to tear a little piece of this book page and put it at the top. Maybe. Let's see. I may even, let's see what we can do this. Let's see if we can make a new tab. No, can't do it that way. I'm thinking. Let's fold it this way. Let's see if that works. So this is probably way too, that's too little. Let's try a different piece. Okay. Fold it that way. We're going to put our punch. I don't know what I'm doing. Just experimenting. Just hold on. Fold it that way. And punch it like that. Let's see what that does. That gives us like a little, I don't know what you call that. It's not a half circle. Yeah, that works. I think I'll punch the next one a little bit bigger, but I like that. So it gives you a little piece like that. Just something different for the smaller tags. See, the only thing about that pen is I forget that it's longer and I end up knocking it off all the time. Because the other one I didn't have to worry about that. Well, and 2, that bottle's a little bit smaller than my other one. There we go. So there is a little tab on there. Let's cut another one. Cut this one a little bit larger, maybe. If this was a 1/2 inch punch or 3/4, it would work really good for these little tags. So if you've got one of those, try that. Okay. There we go. Now I'm just going to stick this in here. I think this one goes in the bottom. And then this one goes here. And when this is glued down to the page, it'll be much easier to get these tags in and out. Right now it's just that I don't have anything to kind of brace it in the back. There we go. So that is that one, and then all I need to do is just decorate up on it. So there's our journaling spot, and then there's our 2 tags. And you could put a little pull right here where it would, you know to open it up, or whoever who gets the journal could open it up. So let's see if we got something we can decorate this with. Well, let's see if I have something right here somewhere. These are probably way too big. Yeah, I'm thinking these are too big. Okay, I think I might put this flower on there. And you can go across this because, that's not going to open up. So I'm just going to trim this out real quick and just roughly. I'm not going to trim it too close. Okay, there we go. Put that down right there. And what else will we put there? Just tear a little piece of this. This is some like ledger paper. And put that maybe right along there. There we go. And I want to put a little something up there at the top. I think I'll put a label right there. That's a Tim Holtz label. And let's see. And these are some stamps that I cut out of some Happy Mail, or cut off of the package. So I'm just going to trim around that and put that down. Put that there. I don't like the black 3, so let's change it out for something else. Okay, I think I'll just trim that out and put a number right there. And okay, so I'm going to put a little ink on this to put that down. I'm going to go ahead and start gluing some things down, and then we'll see what we need from there. So that goes there. Oops. And then we'll put this flower down. Like that. And then I'm just going to wrap that leaf around. And then we'll put a little bit of ink around this. That right there. I'm going to trim this tin out a little bit more. So I want it a little bit smaller. Okay. I'm going to glue that right there. And then we'll put this little piece up here. This little stamp. Let me see. I don't think it really matters which way it goes. I'm going to put it there, but I'm going to put something underneath it. Okay, I think I will put this down. Excuse me. It's a piece that has been stamped. And I'll pull it back just a little bit. Then we'll put this on there. There we go. And let me grab a stamp. I've got a stamp that I think I want to use on there. All right, put a little ink on that. And make sure it inked it up. Yeah. All right. We don't want that dark anyway, so let's do this. Let's see which way's right side up. This way, I think. Okay. I'm going to do just a little bit of it again. Just right here. There we go. Some odd stamping going on there. Alright, so I think I'm going to call that one finished. I may put a little something in there, a little stamp in there, something later, but I'm going to call that one finished. So that one's ready to go in our journal. And like I said, what I'm going to do is, whatever journal I put it in, all I'll do is take it and I'll glue it down to the page like that. And then I'll have this flip out that I can journal in, and then these pockets like this. Or you can put it out here to the side and do the same thing. Or you could just clip it on if you'd rather have it removable. Either way that you want to. So that's how I put it in my journal. Alright, let's make the other couple real quick. That's that one. Let's make this one. This one is not hard at all. Okay, we need a piece of book page, and I'm just going to make these out of book pages. You can make them out of whatever you want to make them out of, but I'm just using up some book pages. Now you want to fold it up like this, fold it in half, and have your words going the right way. In other words, let's see, my words are going the right way. Then, I don't think I trimmed it down. Yeah, I trimmed a little bit off of the top, so let's just do that. A little bit. Okay, that got rid of some of that white. Then all you need to do is decide how wide you want your pocket and how wide you want your little flip down here. This one is, let's see, this one is about 2.5 inches, and then that left me a good size pocket, so I think that's good enough. I'm going to do that again, and I'm just going to mark at 2.5 up there, and at 2.5 down here. Then I'm just going to take my ruler again. I'm going to draw that little faint line wherever that might be. On like that. Yeah, that looks straight. I started to say I think I pulled up got the wrong line there, but I didn't. Then you're just going to take your, now you can use a trimmer again. I'm just going to do my scissors. But you can put this in your trimmer and cut it without any problem. Just cut down that line right to that score line that goes across. So then you have your little flip down here and your pocket over here. Now I am going to trim a little bit off of this because that side looks a little bit ragged where I tore it out of the book. So we're just going to put it in our trimmer and trim just a tiny bit. There we go. So that is that. Now, all you need to do, you don't need to glue anything on here. All you need to do over here is you need to glue right here at the top and at the back. So I'm just going to put a little glue right up through here. Right across the top. And then we're just going to glue that down like that. Okay, so now we just need to cut our little pull here. Again, you can cut your pull just in the top if you want. I'm going to cut mine all the way through. There we go. Then I'm going to find a piece of paper to put here that we can do some journaling on. me see what I have over here. I don't think any of these are long enough. So let me grab another one out of here. Like this. Nope. Okay, we're just going to put this one down to do some journaling on. And on this one, I'm going to tear it kind of crooked because I want it to look like that it's just a burned piece of paper on there. So I'm just going to tear it really crazy. Hopefully. So start over here. Now I'll tear that one. That one's tearing kind of big, and that's fine because I may have to go back and tear some off of that. That's not a problem. So then we're going to tear across the bottom. And this is some of that shimmer paper. I don't know if you can see that. You can see a little bit of the shimmer in there. It's where I colored it with my metallic watercolors. But the shimmer doesn't come off. I like that part. Okay. There we go. Now I'm going to tear just a little bit off of this because it went a little wide there at the bottom. Let's see, a little bit more right here. Okay. So let's see, is that close enough, or do I need a little bit more torn off? I think I'll tear just a little bit more. I want it to show in here that I have torn it and then it's inked well. I think a little more would do it. And then I'm going to take a little bit more off of the bottom, like that. Okay. Oh yeah, that will work. And I still got journaling space, so you're not going to lose your journaling space. Now we're going to ink pretty dark on just the edges of this. Now I'm going to tear a little piece up and just tear a little piece out. Make this look kind of ragged. And ink that. And again, we're going to do like we did yesterday. I'm going to do a few little folds and put some ink on those. There we go. That looked like an old piece of paper. Whoops. Come back here. So that is that part. And you can refold that up. And you can put a little tab here at the top if you want to do that. I'm just going to ink around it now. All around. Oh, I did forget one little thing. On this side right here, what you need to do is trim out just about 1/8 of an inch all the way down in order to make this fold over. If you don't want it to fold over, you don't have to do this. But just a tiny little bit right there on that edge. I almost forgot to do that. Then it will fold over like this. Now see, this one folded all the way because I split my pocket in half. I split my paper in half. This one, I made a bigger pocket and a smaller journaling spot, so I don't have it quite in half, which is fine with me. I don't care if they're all the same or not. But if you want all of them exactly the same, you know, split in the middle like this, where you can fold them over, then just when you start to make your pocket or start to make this, just make sure that you fold them, you know, that you cut your little slit in half of the paper. But see, I kind of like that right there. Now I can decorate this and this. So I like that. I don't have a problem with that at all. Okay, let's do a little bit of decorating on this. Let me find my flowers over here. Okay, I just have a few little Tim Holtz flowers that I've had in my stash for a little while. We're going to see if any of those fit. Ooh, that one fits. I like that. And then we have a little blue stamp right there. We need something down here. You could use lace, all different kinds of things. There's tons of things you could use. See, I wonder how that would look. Well, it would look great if it was a different color, wouldn't it? I don't think... One of you sent those to me, and I don't think I have any that are different colors. Let's see what we have in here. No, they're all pink. I don't have any different colors. I have a small little blue butterfly, but that's kind of bright. No, don't like that. All of this is some Tim Holtz that I got from one of you guys, and it's just some odds and ends that I haven't even put in my stash yet. Haven't put in my ephemera folders. Let's see. What was I going to think about there? A butterfly. Let's drag out our book. I know we've got plenty of butterflies. Let's see if we can find one that will match this. That one right there might. Oh, that will work. That will work right there. Now, I'm not sure about that stamp because it's kind of big. What do you think? Think we should put the stamp there or something else? I don't know. I kind of like the stamp now that I moved it down a little bit. But let's put... Behind this, I want to put something so that you can't see that those words are upside down. So let's grab a piece of... What are we going to grab? Maybe... I don't think that's big enough. Okay, I think I'm going to go into my big binder and I'm going to get a piece of vellum that's printed on. And we'll put that down there. Alright, so we tear it out about right here. There we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's going to look great. And it's going to cover up that book page back there that's upside down. So we're going to glue that down there, and I'm going to try this glue and see what happens. This is just regular vellum. So I'm going to use my card and smooth that out. Ooh, it disappeared. Oh wow, I like that. I don't know if you can see that or not. Look, the glue disappeared behind there. And it's holding it down really well. I like that. Okay, we're going to put this down on top of that, like that. That may look a little big, but I like it, so. It's what you like, it's not what everybody else likes. See, what was my What was the saying that I did? And a lady reminded me of that the other day. You do you, and let everybody else do them. There we go. Put that down right there. Cute. I like that. Now, I'm going to put a little. Okay. A little ink right here. I like that. Okay, let's put our little butterfly down here. I don't want a lot right here. I just want a few little pieces. So we're just going to put this little butterfly down. Just something to fill in this blank space there. You can put a little piece of lace or trim or something behind that if you wanted. I think I'm just going to stick mine straight down like that. Now you can also go ahead and, you know, put something here, something here. You can decorate those. I like that. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to decorate these right now. I think I want to make a pocket for this. Let me look. If I've got anything laying just right here, I may decorate it real quick, but I'm not sure if I do. If I do. Well, I could put this down, I guess. This is out of one of our free printables. Let's see. Yeah, that didn't look bad. You can ink it up and it'll stand out from that paper a little bit. It's a little bit matchy, but it'll be okay, I think. I tell you, I might. Let me see if I've got any more right here. Sorry, my heater's cutting off and on, off and on, off and on. I had some of that ledger paper right here. Where did it go? There it is. Put a little piece of ledger paper down, maybe, and then put that down. Yeah, let's just do that. Now, you can stitch around these if you want, or you can leave them just as they are. Either way, it's pretty. Either way will work. There we go. See if that's straight enough. And over here, let's see. I need to put something kind of flat there. I think I might just put this little piece down. It'd be like another little journaling spot, so you could journal out here and then on the inside too. And this is just a little piece I cut out of a paper collection. I liked the way it looked. It had lines on it, so I just cut it out. And I've got so much ink on my hands that I'm getting it all over everything. Okay, put another piece here. That will work. I don't know if this little butterfly will work or not, but we'll see. No, that'd be too lumpy when we start to write on it. We don't want anything lumpy under there. So you can still write on that. Then you can fold that up and you've got that. Now let's make a little journaling card and then, or a little tag to go in there. And then that one will be finished as well. Okay, I think I'll use one of these. This is another piece of that music page that I covered with paper napkin. This is the last one I have. So I've got to make more now. Now let's see if that fits in there. Okay, we've got to trim it a little bit more. Come on. There we go. Got that in there, and we can put a little tab right there. Let's see what tab we might have that we want to use. Yeah, I think I'll use that side. Pull this back out a little bit. I am gonna put some ink around it, and I'll probably cut the corners a little bit. You could round the corners. Let's just round them. We haven't rounded them yet. And I think I'll leave the back as is because it's a white paper. So you can journal on that if you want. So let's put that down right there in the middle. There we go. Then insert that back in. And there's our little journal card in there. There is that all fixed up and ready to go. The hardest part for me is just the decorating because, you know, I can't make up my mind what I want to put on them. I want to put a little bit of everything on them, so that's the hardest part for me. It's just deciding what I want to embellish them with. This paper is the paper that I got from Hello Susan. This is just one of the sheets, and I made one of the larger pockets like this out of it. Has the journal spot there, and then I have my tags here that I made. And what I'm going to do with this one, like I said, I'm going to put some material here, maybe some lace or something, and I'll have this sewn into my signature so that it'll flip because I don't want to lose this side of my paper. I think that's so pretty. Alright guys, that is it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed these pockets. I hope you give them a try. And if you do, please share it over on our Facebook group. That link is directly below. Go over there and ask to join, and one of the admins will approve you, and then you can share your projects over there with us. I'd love to see your take on all these projects. And you do not have to ask me permission to make any of these projects. I know I've got quite a few emails lately, people saying, is it okay if I make that project that you made? Yes, that's why I do this. That's why I do the teaching on this, is so that you will know how to make all of these projects. So feel free to make them, and we will talk to you guys later. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Bye-bye, guys.